All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Rainbolt Weekly challenge today. Here you can see the results from last week here. Let me zoom in real quick. I do have a fifth in the 25k NPC. Don't know how. You guys saw how much of a disaster that was, but, you know, we're able to do something, at least. Yeah, nothing else. No points to speak of here. But, you know, let's try hard. I mean, our team is in second to last place behind Team Rotten Egg. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if like only 3 of us might be playing the daily challenge, to be completely honest with you. I'm not sure how many of our team is playing. But yeah, look at Blinky's got a big 68 points. I mean, it's Blinky. Like, what do you expect? All right, let's hop into Terminus here, custom. And it's going to be a moving game. So, I mean, this is good. I think we were talking about this, how in Terminus, there's only one way to go, so it kind of removes somewhat some of the moving RNG where you get if you have the option to go both ways. So let's see how this goes. 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. And yeah, we can only go this way. And now we'll be going this way, I guess. Looks like we're in some Nordic country here. I hate when it does that, and then I need to like slowly peel past it. Okay, there we go. Nope, it wanted to do it to me again. Brother. You cannot be serious right now. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, stop. Stop, man. Okay. I'm on some kind of intersection here. Do I go this way? Probably. Will I find good info here is the question, because I'm a bit concerned. Not liking the look of this, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, it's looking like Finland, I think. But yeah, the question is, will I find info here is the really real question. We need to get past this corner here, and we're good. And we're gonna try to go maybe west this time, or do I just stay on this road? I guess we just stay on this road here, and you hope for the best. I mean, looks like a bigger road, so maybe we come to a bigger sign here in a moment, which we do not yet. Okay, probably not that great here. See if we come to a sign here. I mean, it's like a pretty big town, but maybe not. Okay. Sign here, though. And I'm not going to get to it with much time left. It's quite tough, but we do have the 66 road. And I'm going to have to find that real quick. 62. 7 zeros. Where are the 7s again? 8s are here. 7s are here, maybe? Yeah. 66. Not quite seeing it. 63. 66 here. We're somewhere here. I don't know where exactly. I'm gonna say we're like here somewhere. Okay, we're a bit further south there, which is a bit tough. Didn't have... I don't know. I might have went the wrong way here because I turned down this way instead of probably just staying on the main road, which is probably the main thing that I should be doing here. But, all right, a little bit of moving difficulty as well at the beginning. But, good location nonetheless. We're going to have to stay on the main road, it appears. And on this one, we'll be looking for a Kabupaten. No, it's Vietnam, just realized. Thought it was Indo for a second. I don't know how Vietnam works, to be completely honest with you. Kong Dong. I mean, that could really mean anything to me. I don't know. First, I was looking very south here, though, because we do have very Indonesian, Malaysian style buildings, which I would expect. Tin Tian Gang. Don't know. Tin Tian Gang appears to be the place. Is that scannable? Is it going to be a big place or not? I mean, I would have thought it was further south, to be completely honest with you. So, is it going to be a region, maybe? It could be. Might leave it here. I think we are committed to scanning at this point. But yeah, I don't really expect to do too great on these moving rounds. Does it say anything else? Bia? I don't know if Bia means anything. I mean, this is like Gyang, the same ending. Tintian? I don't know, I'm not seeing it here. But, I mean, we will leave it in Rachgia, I guess. How's the angle looking, I guess? Not great. Could be... That doesn't really line up either. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very committed guess that I'm making here, but I don't really see any way around it, to be completely honest with you, unless we're somewhere down here where the angle works maybe a little bit better, slightly. Don't see anything exactly that lines up. Okay, it's here in Gokong, Tandien. Okay, what was the region? Tiangang. Tianzhong. Tiangang. Okay, it's just the region, like I gotta know the region probably, and I just don't. But yeah, we're not too far off there. It could have been worse. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. All right, we have what looks like Chiapas car here. Potentially, we'll probably just checkpoint it there, and we'll see where to go on this one. This one we're going southeast to start. This road recently got paved. I'm thinking like very south Chiapas, like, did this say anything? Probably not, to be honest. I don't know why I'm going back for such a small sign. Yeah, it's just, they're selling some slippers and like some stuff like that. Okay. Going this way is gonna give me no dividends, then we will probably end up going northwest here. I am thinking quite close to the border here on this one, and we do have a good amount of signs on here. Bienvenidos Dos Naciones. I mean, Dos Naciones is probably the place then. I would probably have to say, and then if this sign is readable maybe, which might not be. Dos Naciones. It might not be the place. I thought this border here, but I'm not entirely sure. Do we have anything else? Anything readable here? Can't quite read that one, unfortunately. Okay, not the best here. Not the best. Not loving this. It is quite hilly for what I would expect to be Yucatan, and that's why I'm leaning towards Chiapas, but could not be. Could just be. I mean, it is very hilly, actually, so starting to think probably doesn't work then. Maybe I've missed something else. Dos Naciones. I mean, it's definitely the place. Have I heard of it? Is it something in here, maybe? Oh, it is. Okay. It's quite large, actually. All right. Where does this line up, though? Does not line up here. That's weird. Well, the best I can do is leave it somewhere here. And how did I not see where it lined up? How does... I guess it does line up, eh? I don't know. I've trolled there, it appears. All right, well, my bad. All right, we're into a Indo here, and I don't know. We're gonna be looking for some kabupatans that I don't know, unfortunately. It looks like initially maybe Lampung or something like that. Really not sure here. Yeah, let's just keep moving along this straight line here. We got anything on here that we could use? Not really. Sign is in English. Quite interesting. Maybe something on here. Bacalan. Bacolan? I need to find like an official building, maybe. Okay. Nothing there, I don't think. But we are reaching a little bit of a T intersection here. What is the... There's something Kali there, but wouldn't have thought this was Kalimantan. Mangukurang Tengarong. Mangkurawang. Mangkurawang must be a place. Maybe. Will I find it? Okay, we got a sign here, which are quite rare. Ladaya. I don't know any of these places though. What does it look like? What's the Petramina gas station number? Maybe could be helpful. We don't know, which is quite tough. Okay, Ladaya. I've not heard of any of these places, unfortunately. Ladaya, Maluhu. Tangarong Kota. Yeah, it's quite tough. It might be Kali, but oh, it did say Tangarong at the end there. I saw it right when I looked, and it did say Kalimantan on one of the signs, but like, did I trust it? Not particularly. Yeah, a little bit tough there. Nice 5K by Blinky as expected. And we're back into, looks like Arge on this one actually. Okay. Okay, that's not really that helpful, I guess. Which way do I go? This way, I guess, maybe? I'm thinking moving into the place with more cars. This is the main road, which could be good. We do have this blur here. I'm not sure what that means quite yet. Maybe it's just something on the banner that I should probably try to read. Causete. I've never heard of Causete. Causete, I do not know. But it looks quite northern to me. Does it? I'm really not sure, actually. I mean, it seems like a pretty big city, so I feel like maybe I should have heard of Causete, but I have not. We got hills to the north there. Causete. Cordoba, maybe? I don't know, we're kind of looking at everything. Yeah, I don't know it. Okay. Causete here. The brick makes me think more northern, of course. Oh. What happened there? Is my internet, like, dying? Like, what's happening there? I don't know. Like, I mean, it seems like a relatively big city, so it should show up, but I just don't see it here. We're giving it a little bit of a scan, but all right, well, guess we're leaving it somewhere here. It's just downtown San Juan. It is, to be fair, doesn't show up at a pretty high zoom level, but I guess this does make sense with a mountain north that we're near San Juan. It did look like this area, but tough. All right, over 20K. I mean, pretty poor performance there, but we will move on to Yellow Belly now. 40 seconds. And we start off in what looks like Mexico, Yucatan, probably with these trees. Looks quite coastal peninsula area. We got pretty sandy looks to this one. So I think I'm hedging Yucatan here. And we're just clicking middle, right? And that's quite reasonable. Okay, it was Campeche. Nice guess by a JHK there. Very nice. Okay, we got Sun North here. Black car. Actually don't know what country this is. Probably say it's Peru. I'm not quite sure where in Peru. Do you go this far south? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of down to try it, but do I feel great about it? Not particularly. It's 25 as well. I don't know. I'm a bit scared of Argentina here, but it is just Peru, and it's this stuff here. Okay, it's a decent commit, I guess. We have B type here, it looks like. And what does it look like here? I think you probably have to go somewhere like in this area here. I don't know. Seems like a reasonable enough hedge. It is Yeka, actually. It didn't feel like Yeka to me. But that does make sense with B type. Well, North Kurgan here. Is this B or it is B? I don't think that's very B. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. We'll move on to Greece, it looks like, with the wooden poles and the small cam with this big blur. Doesn't seem too far south. We also have a railroad here with a absolutely massive ridge. So maybe theoretically findable, but how findable will it be in this amount of time? I'm not sure. Is there some railroads here, maybe? I mean, there is, but like there's a pretty significant ridge there. I'm not gonna try this, but I haven't found the exact railroad that we're on. It's a bit more south near Trikala, and we're looking at this ridge here. That makes sense. Okay, we'll move on to our last round, which is Chile, I do believe. And I don't know, I would probably just go some Copiapo stuff, like one of these rounds up in the hills. I don't think it's this stuff up here, but I've been wrong before. It is just some random Copiapo stuff up in the hills there. Okay, as of right now, we are 3rd out of 5. And we'll move on to Wolf AI World here with a 1 minute no move. And we have a Nigeria here to start. It looks quite north. This belongs to the Asa Sheikh Haliza Adao commune. Kombe. I don't know. I don't think that's really helpful. Is that a mountain there? It's interesting. Don't think Kano has mountains like this. So, I mean, Gombe maybe? I mean, Jos also has a mountain, but I feel like we would see mountains like north as well. Maybe we just can't see them. I don't know. Okay, it is just Gombe. Thought we were able to work that out with the mountain, but kind of, wow, everybody got that one. I don't know. Not the easiest. All right, we move into India here, driving left. We have a decent amount of tile roofs here. It's quite interesting. Can I see a language? I can't see that language, unfortunately. It looks like interesting ridge. It looks like Odisha, or I can't tell what language that is, unfortunately. I mean, it looks like Odisha Chhattisgarh to me. I can't tell if it's Hindi or Odishan. It could obviously be further south, I think. But the combination of the mud brick with like the tile roofs, I don't know. Like, I'm not super confident in this guess, but we're gonna try it. Okay, it is just Madhya, but like, yeah, other side of Chhattisgarh, which does make sense, I think. All right, we move into France here with the ladder poles, and I don't know. Architecture feels quite northern. This brickwork, though, it's quite interesting. Like the brick trim definitely feels very Toulouse style, but I think it would just be like much more brick, wouldn't it? Like, I think I'm just going like Paris or west of Paris, like something here. There's too many white facade houses, I think, for me to not send west here. So like, I'm gonna go like Laval, and we're gonna hedge. Okay, it's a bit more southeast in, not gonna try to pronounce, but it's fine. Move on to a Scotland round, I do believe. Pretty big mountains here. Looks like we're in the thick of it. Wow, this is kind of a cool location. Can't lie. Okay, immediately thinking like Cairngorms or something. We're like somewhere near this area. Like with these absolutely massive mountains. So I think that's probably what I'm going to try. And we're like in a road going through the mountains here, which I don't know how much you get here, which is quite interesting. This doesn't exactly line up, to be completely fair, but just leaving it somewhere here would work. Maybe something here on the old military road, because we're like kind of in the middle of the mountains here. Okay, it's actually here. Okay, very nice guess by Blinky there, getting the valley, which is quite impressive. We'll move on to our last round here, which is, can't tell what plate that is. Kind of looks like a Washington plate with the maybe the blue at the bottom. That would be a mountain somehow. I could see Washington here in like this area, I guess. Colville National Forest. It could be Cali, of course, like somewhere in North Cali, but trees, maybe we have a bit more pines. I think I don't know. Is the star in the middle of the road? It could just be California, but plates, I guess they are driving south, so maybe they're coming from Washington into California. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, it's actually just a Boise National Forest there. Going into Payette. Nice guess. I better us. We will take second to last there so far. I don't think we played that poorly, but a lot of the countries were a little bit easier, I think, which is fair enough. All right, we'll move into Turbo now, which is like the unorthodox locations plus the bridge and railroad stuff. Arlanda Pharmacy. We're in Kenya here. It looks like Harton Grange Academy. 65 Elgon View Business Center. Okay, so we should be somewhere in this area then. Arlanda maybe is the place, but that just might be somebody's name. I don't know. I don't immediately recognize a place called that. Arlanda. I mean, you look in Kitale, I guess, first, because the angle looks quite good. Looking for something like this with a school on the other side, which could just also not be the main road, but the main road looks very good angle-wise. I'd say, I think I'm leaving it in Kitale. Check Bungoma. Doesn't really line up as well. I know I'm in the parking lot, but like it's perfectly aligned with the actual road, it looks like. Or at least to my quick scan of it. I mean, this looks the best to me, but we've got to be. I'm not seeing any of the places. Like, I'm not seeing the Harton Grange Academy, and I'm not seeing any of this stuff, like the Mount Elgon Business Center, whatever, Elgon View Business Center. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still leaving it here, but who knows? Okay, well, it's just Eldoret there. And here's the Harton Grange Academy. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, wouldn't exactly call that one Elgon View, I guess, but when you're in the same town as Blinky, it's good enough. All right, move on to Uruguay here. The Trident Bulls, of course, and the very foggy camera. I don't know if I'm 5King this, but we do have a railroad running through it. So maybe searchable. I mean, we can take a quick look-see in some of the cities here. Let's It's gonna be like a decently sized city as well. There's a railroad running through most of this stuff, but you just gotta catch it at the right angle. Which, I mean, what's our road doing? We're kind of like curving to the west here. Durazno. Check Florida here. Railroad's kind of going the wrong direction that we want it to go. We want it to go north-south. Or somewhat north-south. Sauce. Mellow. Not even seeing. Okay, there's a railroad, but it's not going the right direction. Check stuff here as well. This is going in a good direction, but I don't see anything exactly that works. This one. So, yeah. Not good. I mean, I think I'm just leaving it in Florida for now. So I find something in this last 10 seconds, but I don't think I will. Santa Clara de... Okay, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we're kind of looking for there, but a little tough. We'll move on to Gen 2 Russia, I guess. Probably just being Moscow then. I would have to assume, unless it's St. Petersburg, which is also possible. I'm just plonking Moscow, I think. It's Kostroma. I probably said Kostroma. All right, let's move on. Indonesia here, and pretty interesting mountain there. It looks like a volcano. Actually not quite sure where this is. Can't see any poles. Do we have some kind of volcano that we could be looking at in West Sumatra somewhere? I mean, it's very possible. There's a lot of places, I'd reckon. A lot of volcanoes. I don't know. We'll just run with this one. Okay, it's good. It's a very good guess. And we have the right mountain. Could have lined it up a bit better, but it's a good enough guess that we are going to pick up a good amount of ground. And then we get Guatemala here, going over a river. Puerto... Oh, never mind. River here going through the mountains. Looks more western to me, maybe? Probably shouldn't have wasted time just looking at this. I don't know, does this work? It kind of does, doesn't it? It kind of does. And that's just the first thing we see, hey? It's curving up this way, and it's going around this mountain. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be right. Okay. Nice. Okay. We are maintaining third right now. Could be worse. It was a good ending to get us there. Yeah, I just didn't bother on the Moscow or the Kostroma round, but probably should have taken a bit longer time. But yeah, we move into small cam now. NMPZ 45 seconds. NMPZ, of course, being our best mode, but we'll see how that goes. It's India small cam. We have what looks like a Shri style-ish pull. So am I thinking something in Tamil Nadu then? It's reasonable enough, right? This region, I guess, could be 20 million miles off, but we're gonna run it. So Disha. Sure. All right, where's this then? Looks like Italy, I think, with these houses at least. I mean, this is a gorgeous location. I'm probably just going to be clicking somewhere in the Florence area, in Tuscany or near Rome. So yeah, we'll just leave it here. Okay, yeah, it is just Tuscany up here somewhere. All right, we'll move on to what looks like Brazil small cam here. And we have a pretty significant ridge there to the east, which is quite interesting. We're looking at... There's a couple of ridges. There's one here that I was considering, but I don't know where... Like, we're going over a bridge. I assume we're going over water somewhere. Unless we can see the ridge from all the way out here, which I highly doubt. But yeah, we would have a factory on the west side here. I don't know. Isn't there a ridge here as well somewhere? It's Tocantins. We're looking at the Palmas Ridge, which does make a lot of sense. Oh, we're just going over railroad. Okay. Not quite what I was looking for there, but that is fair enough. We get Za here. Looks like some, I don't know, some kind of tree plantation here, looks like. And yeah, you automatically think South Coast is very green. We have some pretty big mountains. I think I'm going to click George or Jaburha area. I think Jaburha area might be better. Oh, it's actually... Really? It's Limpopo. I'm just not used to seeing Limpopo hills like this. I thought the mountains were quite big, but I guess the tree plantation does make a lot of sense for Mbombela. I didn't really think about that. I probably should have, but yeah, a little tough. And then we move into... Is this... I swear JHK just put this in to mess with me. Dude, like... JHK, if you're watching this, and you're messing with me here... Bro, I mean, it could be Hawaii, you know? That's my concern. It looks very Hawaii to me. Even this fence does. This is gonna look so bad when it ends up being like Mexico or something, or Puerto Rico. I don't know. Okay, it is Hawaii. It's Molokai. I mean, that makes... I actually didn't know that there was small cam on Molokai. But listen, a lot of people are going to get tripped up by that, except for Zigzag. So we actually eke out a second out of the 7 people that played so far. I did not know the 5K in Molokai, but that does make sense. It looks quite rural. And Molokai, a island with not a very big population, mostly centered in this main area here. Whereas these 4 islands, the 4 of the bigger islands, are a bit more populated, of course. Fair enough. All right. Now I know there's small cam on Molokai. All right. We'll move on to Extraordinary Road here. 60 seconds. Let's do it. In Turkey, I think. Don't know where this is, though. Weird. Baybert came to mind first, but I mean, it's not truck, right? Yeah, I'm concerned about Von. It's Von. Okay. We are... what is this? What? I didn't know the country here. Is it Turkey again? Dude, I am confused. It is just Turkey again. I probably should have went more east there, but I was a bit... I had to think... Okay, Baller Aurora. Aurora? What is Aurora, man? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of that island, if it is an island or whatever. We do have... yep. It's not good. A lot of people are gonna know this, and those people are not named Diono, which is quite tough. I guess I'm looking for both Baller and Aurora here. I mean, Aurora is probably the province name. I just don't know it. I've not seen it yet. Maybe at this zoom level I just won't see it, which is quite tough. It's not Palawan, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll just leave it on Leyte for now. And we'll hope for the best. And it's here. Aurora Memorial State Park. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Quite findable, actually. We have Vietnam here, maybe? Actually, don't know if this map is updated. I have no idea what that poll is, so I'm going to assume it's Vietnam. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, it's good enough. It's down here. Sure. And then what is this? This is like Canada was my first thought. But I don't feel like particularly stoked about going Canada, and I don't know where in Canada to go where you get this high up on a dirt road. I don't know. It's actually Cali. Bald Hills Road. You know what? Fair enough. Listen, we somehow eked out a second there. I'm not sure how quite, but that's all good. We'll take it. We got the continent on the last one. All right, let's move on to our last map here, Skewed World. 5 seconds. All right, we really need to lock in here. We really need to lock in. Colombia came to mind, I think. Yeah, it was quite north looking. I hope this is up here. Not US. Oh, it's actually Mendoza. Okay. I don't know. It looks south, actually. Maybe I should have went Kyushu. This is like, is it Ghana? I'm gonna say it's Ghana up here. Okay. If everybody goes Ghana there, I don't really feel that bad. But Brazil, I mean, it makes sense. Okay. And then, I don't know what this is. Scotland, maybe? It's Norway. Okay, yeah, Norway makes sense too. We have third for now, but hanging on by the skin of our teeth. All right. Pretty short one today because we only had one moving, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, of course. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, looks like we might be only doing the weekly challenges, so I'll see you guys next week for another Rainbolt Weekly challenge. Peace.